Hey everyone! No, this isn't going to be the comeback of Town Talk. I'm not going back to that. But this is going to be a theory video. Because, you know, they're so popular on the internet these days, I thought I'd do one of my own. And today's theory will be, why the hell has Full House remained relevant even after over 20 years since its cancellation? Now, before we get into why it somehow remained relevant, I think it's important to note why the hell the show was a big hit to begin with. Well, I think the reason why everybody watched it during its original run on TGIF was because there was nothing else on, really. It seemed that whenever Full House was on, that was all there was to watch. I mean, at the time during Full House's original run, you know, Nickelodeon had already transitioned into Nick at Night, which at that time was airing mostly old black and white TV shows, and of course kids weren't gonna watch something as old as that. So really, TGIF was the only family-oriented thing that was on TV during that time. So, in a way, that's kind of why a lot of kids tuned into Full House. So, following its cancellation in 1995, the show pretty much faded into oblivion, at least for a while. I mean, yeah, it was rerunning on other networks, but people had better stuff to watch, so no one really bothered to tune into Full House. So, yeah, Full House remained, as it should be right now, irrelevant. That was until 2003, when Nick at Night picked up the syndication rights to rerun the show on their block. And for the first time ever during Nick at Night's then 18-year history, the block was attracting more of its Nickelodeon audience than, well, its actual target audience. But why did kids like myself, wanted to watch a show that was as dated as Full House? Because even by 2003, the show looked pretty dated. So, why did us kids in the year 2003 somehow found such a show like Full House to be, well, something we'd spend our time watching? Well, the answer, I think, is pretty obvious. The Olsen Twins. By 2003, they were household names. You know, everybody knew who they were, mostly from their direct-to-home videos, so we didn't want to watch a show about, well, a Full House. We just wanted to watch a show that had the Olsen Twins in it. That was the only reason we watched it in the first place. There was no way we could avoid it. We could tune into Cartoon Network. Oh, Adult Swim is on, and our parents won't let us watch it. Or we could use the computer. Oh, our parents are using it. So, really, there was no way to avoid the show. We pretty much watched it because we didn't have anything else to do, and we obviously weren't going to go straight to bed at 9 o'clock. Unless, of course, you were under the age of 8. So as time went on, we eventually grew more into the show. Soon we were getting into all the other characters that weren't the Olsen Twins. And, well, we just spent a lot of time watching it. And it's because of this that even years later, the show somehow remains relevant to us. It's why, it's why it's getting the reboot. But the real point of this is, if Nickelodeon can attract to us kids in the year 2003 a dated show like Full House, why the hell can't they do that with today's kids with some of their older shows? Like, come on, Nick, Put the Splat on your main network. There's no reason Nick at Night should exist right now. Seriously, if you put the Splat on your main network, more people will watch it. And you won't have this ratings problem that you have now. I mean, you say, today's kids don't want the last generation's leftovers. Well, we watched Full House and that was, well then, and now, the last generation's leftovers. So, just put the Splat on and maybe kids will grow to like, some of your shows from the past. Just like how us kids in the year 2003 grew to like Full House. Alright? And that is my theory of why Full House has somehow remained relevant even after over 20 years since its cancellation. Boy, I'm surprised that video went rather smoothly. Didn't have many awkward pauses like I usually do in my videos. Well, anyways, that's all I got to say. So, I'll see you when I feel like making another video. Bye.